During the colonial time, the colonial forces, the Ugandans who were there to serve the colonial interests, were called the King's African Rifle. And when we got independence, the name changed to Uganda Army. Then the name changed with the new constitution, 1995. The name changed from National Resistance Army to Uganda People's Defense Forces. But maintained the same personnel. So the Uganda People's Defense Forces is comprised of 4 services. We have the land forces, which is the biggest component. Then we have the Air Force, we have the Special Forces, and we have the reserves. So under the wise leadership of His Excellency the President of Uganda, General Jack Bakasumba, we have been able to build a very strong army by African standards. I must mention this, because we have had a lot of challenges. But because of the Pan-Africanism of the political leadership here, we have overcome most of those challenges, and now we are exporting peace to other African countries. Our relationship with the Nigerian army started a long time. I remember in 1986, immediately the NRA took over, we sent some cadets to Nigeria. So who is Nigerian trade here? None of you. But we have several Nigerian trade officers. Short service commission. Maybe during your stay here, you interact with the South. So really, we thank you so much for that cooperation. Once again, I will come into Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. That is what Churchill said about Uganda because of the beauty. Don't lock yourselves in Kampala. So many beautiful areas to look at. This fine time in your business schedule, during your stay here, to move around, to look at Kampala day by night. And you should also be able to visit the nearby cities like Jinja and source of the Nile. Should be able to go there, the longest river in Africa, yes? Yeah.
Let me first acknowledge General Jack Bakasumba, I'm right? Bakasumba, sorry. General Jack Bakasumba for hosting us this morning. And in fact, let me extend that to the Chief of Defense Forces of the Uganda Defense Forces, and indeed the entire government of Uganda. I will first mention that we have really been received very, very hospitably. And indeed, even before we came in from the planning stages, the cooperation of your staff and the proactiveness of our staff made our coming seamless. We flew Air Uganda, which is another great achievement, and we landed, we were received by very professional personnel at the airport. I look forward to receiving students from the PDF in the college. I look forward to that. It will be an honor so that you can further entrench this relationship. I want to thank you for, because I'm aware from yesterday, the general received me, Air Commodore Joseph. He told me of the area of activity we have this week. So I really appreciate that you took time to come and receive us and for the briefing you give us. The students are the beneficiaries, and I'm sure they will appreciate that in due course. Thank you very much, and I appreciate it.
govern. SPDA stands for Special Presidential Advisor on Special Operations.
No, we this for the CDM.
Yes.
Okay. Please.
Yes.
I know he's very busy now.
But you will receive it today.
Let me have this from the college.
Please.
Asante sana.
These are the postulates.
Asante sana.
So we are here basically for the students to conduct. They have already done their table research. They have done their research on the internet. They want to come physically on the ground to match what they have read, what they have written, and to what is on the ground. And the essence at the end, they will submit an academic report, drawing lessons from the top. So in as much as you want them to, which I also support, to hang out, to enjoy the town, they are here for academic work.
Okay.
So in the college, we actually run 4 courses, and we run logistics staff course. There's a 7-month course for captains, train them on the logistics staff procedures. We also conduct logistic management course for lieutenant colonels and senior majors on how to coordinate logistics at the high level. They also run junior leadership and staff officers course for captains. And then, of course, the senior leadership course they are conducting. This course is about a 9-month course. Logistic management course is a 4-month course. The junior leadership course is a 6-month course. So these 4 courses are run continuously in the college. We actually receive allied students. We have a student from Malawi. We have a student from Gambia. And talking about Ugandan UPDF officers, we have students from UPDF doing war college in Nigeria now, doing defense college, and I think doing staff college in Nigeria. So the interaction between UPDF and Nigerian Armed Forces is entrenched and is deep. And it's because we share common values. Uganda and Nigeria share common values. Values of democracy, values of human rights, values of regional security, and of course values of anti-gay rights in Africa. So I'm sure we didn't make a mistake coming. We are pleased to be here. And just to let you know that this team is just one of the 3 teams. There are other teams in Cameroon, another team in Ghana, assessed. And the essence is to expose the officers to the international interplay between security and development, so that you come out as a well-rounded officer to execute your tasks efficiently. I look forward to receiving students from UPDF in the college. I look forward to that. It will be an honor, so that you can further entrench this relationship. I want to thank you for taking time away from yesterday. The general received me, a Commodore Joseph. He told me of the area of activities we have this week. So I really appreciate that you took time to come and receive us and for the briefing you give us. The students are the beneficiaries, and I'm sure they will appreciate the due cost. Thank you very much, and I appreciate it. Personally, not on the team, but personally, let me just perhaps highlight some few facts that my own takeaway from the presentations. I know you all have our own perspective, as mentioned by the last speaker. But my own takeaway is the UPDF have done so much in ensuring regional security. So it's left for you to go and link it up. What have they done? What mechanism have they used? How have those efforts enhanced national security? And then what impact are those on economic development? The issue is what is economic development? it was first identified what are the criteria of assessment of socioeconomic development, of who, is it individuals or animals? What are the human development index in the region? You know, these are the key things you look at, so you don't lose focus. The job operation with other countries is being done every day. The regional mechanisms, IGAD mechanism, it's a country mechanism, Red Lake region, there's so many mechanisms you have mentioned clearly. And of course, the lecture also highlighted clearly the elements of national security. And the first threat was terrorism, as mentioned, which is, is applied in our country. And then it was transnational border or non-transnational threats, including human trafficking and all those stuff. So it was very rich presentation, and I believe you've gathered enough facts to reach your report. Having said that, I want to really appreciate the team, sir, for this wonderful session. It's quite enriching. And personally, I think I'm not disappointed, because that's why we chose Uganda, what we want, because we know you've done so much. And as I mentioned to the joint staff, I spent 4 years in this region. I was in Darfur with the UN, with Darfur for 2 years, under Elvis and UNAMID. I was in Khartoum for 1 year. I was in South Sudan for 1 year. So it's an interesting homecoming for me, and hearing all the mechanisms, all the actions taken by UPDF, and seeing the results. I'm sure the students are well briefed, and I'm really, really happy. Now, in the lessons learned from the logistic lecture, you realize that in first projection, you must always consider logistics. The presentation clearly highlighted the challenges to create distances, availability otherwise of host nation logistic architecture or paraphernalia, and all those stuff. So look at all these things and develop very good reports. I'm very, very happy that you came here, and the time spent here, I'm sure, shall not be wasted. So I want to thank you, General, for your efforts. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Once again, I thank you for choosing Uganda. In getting African solutions for African problems, I strongly believe that if you continue trading together, operating together, that dream will come true. When we went to Somalia, no doubt, Uganda was a superior force, Burundi and East African countries that followed us. And we were more prepared than them. And we really supported them in so many areas, logistically. Because one time we were there, and I was the third contingent commander there. I was told what equipment to give to our counterparts. We gave them the logistical requirements that they were lacking, and that one really improved on their operational capabilities. Recently, we deployed in Congo as East African Community Regional Force. Kenya was the lead in this, because for us already there, on an MOU or an MOU with the DRC. Yes, it was a bilateral. So now we went in under the East African Community Regional Force. Southern Sudan also offered to join us. South Sudan is the youngest member of the Eastern African Community. And they are still very far away to catch up with us. But that request to cooperate with us, to them it was great to share experiences with us. No, that is the spirit we are praying for. The political will to some of these interventions, however weak you are, if the political will is there, because no one is going to abandon to you all the burden of fighting some of these insurgencies. No, we shall work together. And we have been very close to South Sudan. Going there, of course, we looked at them as very close brothers whom we should not really give a step so that, because they could step maybe, since we have the vast experience, we knew we could really protect them so much. That is what is required of the African countries. Whether you have the military marshal or not, Nigeria, you are regarded as the big brother in West Africa. Get hold of these younger brothers. Lead the way. Ensure they don't fall into the ditch. And once you give them that confidence, that once you go for operations together, you are there to protect them. Surely we shall move together, and the dream of African solutions to African problems will be realized in Africa. We cannot have the same footing as the economies are not the same, more so logistically. But now ask yourselves, what does the enemy have? What does the ADF have in Congo? Why can't we? Because they are not better armed than us. Never, and they will not be to even a half of our standards. Never. What is the Boko Harams really possessing in their military campaigns against the innocent Nigerians? Do they have better equipment than you? No. They will never acquire better equipment than the Nigerian army. No. It's just determination, going, and crush these people. So that is what we should all focus on. Regional security, the security of this Africa lies in our hands. There is no reason really of bringing in mercenaries, white people, to come and protect this younger continent. I think we are men enough, have the capabilities to defend our continent. So let us put all our effort together, cooperate militarily, and then we shall stand alone very soon. I'm happy to hear what is happening in West Africa. So these countries that have sidelined the white powers are doing wonderfully well. And that is a lesson many African countries to learn from. So with those few words, once again, warm welcome to Uganda. From here we are going down for the group photo. Then have lunch. Protocol will lead you to the next destination. Otherwise, enjoy.